The Nikon, oh yeah. Look at this little guy on the R6. Can barely fit on there. He's doing it. His feet barely touch the ground. Look, he's wearing those fatty Vans. Oh, you better be alert. I might just throw a random fry in the middle. Oh, who's faster? That was good. Here we go. 2020 Yamaha R6. Bike was redesigned in 2017, and new for this year is this vivid orange color, which is pretty cool. So you get the black, blue, and this vivid orange. It's, you know, Yamaha's same bread and butter, 599cc, liquid cooled, dual overhead cam, inline 4-cylinder, 16 valve, but you do get titanium valves, which is pretty cool. I think max power is 117 horsepower at the crank at like 14,500 RPM. Max torque is like 46 foot-pounds at I think 10,500 RPM. I think the bike weighs about 419 pounds wet. 6-speed obviously. You get Yamaha's classic Delta box. They've been using that thing since I think 1982. It debuted on the R5, the YZR 500. That's actually a pretty cool bike. 4.6 gallon tank. I think you get like 43 miles per gallon on average. 54 miles per gallon highway. Pretty nice suspension. You get 3-way adjustable KYBs in front and 4-way adjustable in the rear, but you get the same crappy 4-piston radial mount Nissan calipers. But you do get ABS. You don't get traction control, which is fine. I don't think this bike really needs it. It develops power so high in the RPM. MSRP is I think just over 12,000 bucks. Okay. All right. R6. Yamaha R6. Here we go. 2-finger clutch. Alright. Very smooth.
Dude, this thing is so cool.
Feels good. Very refined. Very smooth. Oh yeah. There we go, baby. Bike is actually fairly slow to flick. Very lazy. Now, there's no steering damper. No steering damper, so that's not affecting the steering speed, the steering rate. Oh, I love the friggin' analog tack. Yeah, good power. Damn, this thing's slow to flick. What the hell? Let's see what we got from modage. We got modes on this thing? Oh, we got modes. Let's see what we got. We're in A right now, which is the most aggressive mode. Nah, I like it. This is my preferred seating position. I don't have the best posture. It's actually got fairly good grunt up to about 5 grand. That sort of peters out. Obviously, you gotta rev this thing to get the power. Oh. Above like 8 grand and the friggin' nutstock going crazy. Gearbox is very crisp. All the controls are very refined. Nice 2-finger clutch. It's the old Japanese cable clutch here. Not too much slop in the old clutch here. Fueling is nice and smooth right off the stop. Not boggy at all. Yeah, very smooth, very linear power delivery. Good clutch engagement. Very easy to launch off from a stop. Love the gearbox. Gearbox is very light, very precise. Nicely weighted shift lever. Let's check the old vibratory characteristics of the motor here. Yeah, you start to feel the vibe around 5 grand. Don't really have to feather the clutch. Good clutch engagement, grabs nicely, pulls pretty good right off the line. Yeah, I'm impressed with this bike. Of the bikes I've ridden today at this Yamaha demo, this is probably my favorite. Yeah, I like the fueling. Really good throttle controls. Very precise. You can really get the downshifts right with this thing. Don't need a blipper. Yeah, the clutch, gearbox, and throttle really complement one another. Just works so well. You really don't miss a blipper or a quick shifter behind this friggin' Nikon thing. The bike is a little slow to turn in, but it's very stable, very linear. Let's go, Nikon. Very good shock control. Chassis is very balanced. It's very hard to upset the chassis. Yeah. Very precise handling. I love it. Pretty good torque. It's got pretty good mid-range torque. I'm surprised. Man, this thing's like a scalpel. Very precise. Now we go with the highway. Oh, it's got the mono turn signal, so you don't know which one is on. Well, we're not going to be able to juice it with this friggin' Nikon in front of me. Oh, he's going. Let's see. That pulls pretty good. Probably makes more noise than it does accelerate. Alright, let's try the old 60 mile per hour top gear passing here. Yeah, good mid-range power. This is a kick-ass setup. Real good mid-range. Alright, buddy. Bike versus car. That's not a winning proposition. Alright, let's try the old top gear passing here. So 60 miles an hour, say we pull on this truck. So you really do need to downshift the gear, but it's not bad. You can get away with it. So wind protection's pretty good. You get a little bit of shedding off the top of the helmet, but the buffeting isn't bad. Good wind protection on the legs. I do feel a little bit around my ankles, but not bad at all. Motor is very, very smooth. The only perturbation is probably around 6,000–7,000 RPM. It starts to break up a little bit. You start to feel it, you know, through the foot pegs, and then again through the gas tank, which is kind of weird, but that's where the resonance is. So yeah, the power delivery is a little strange. Below 5,000 RPM, you get a good amount of torque, and then it sort of dips down as you get in the 5,000 to 6,000 RPM, and then it flattens out. So there is a little bit of a dead spot there between, say, 4,500 to 6,000 RPM, which I'm sure you can tune out. Get a can or a tune, and I'm sure that issue would go away. Probably an emissions thing. But motor really wakes up above, you know, 5,500, 6,000 RPM. Alright, so let's try with this XB. 60 miles an hour, 6 gear, 5,000 RPM. Yeah, I'm not really pulling on this guy. Tuck isn't bad, but the tank is a little tall. So in order to tuck your head, your chest is jammed against the tank. It's like the very base of my rib cage is pressed against the tank. It's really not that comfortable. It's hard to get a good tuck. You really got to get your ass way, way far back on the seat to find a comfortable position to tuck. And this motor is liquid smooth. Yeah, I don't like the mono blinking light thing. That would drive me nuts. I'd like to know which friggin' directional is on. Pretty good torque. Driveline lash is like non-existent. Rolling on and off the throttle, there really isn't that much lash. So we've been out about a half hour, no wrist pain. Again, I don't squeeze the hell out of the grips, so very light on the grips. And seat's very comfortable. It's firm but comfortable. There's no scallop. The seat is totally flat, so it's a racing style seat. And no neck pain, no back pain. Very comfortable ride. The pegs are a little cramped. Like my friggin' foot and ankle angle is pretty tight. But no tingling or numbness or anything in the base of, my feet. Totally fine. The palms of my feet. The suspension's actually fairly compliant, but the seat is really, really firm. That adds to a little bit of discomfort for road riding. So seating position is, it's sport bike. The clip-ons are pretty high. They're actually higher than my 1199. So very compact seating position. The lean forward isn't too bad. It's very similar to my 1199. Might be a little bit more aggressive than my 1199. It's hard to say. But fairly comfortable. Like I said, this is my preferred seating position, so I don't really get wrist discomfort or back problems or anything. Shock attenuation's pretty good. Good damping control. Good shock control. Tank is a little fat. It's a little difficult to grip with your thighs. But not too bad. Nitpicking. Yeah, brakes are a little anemic. I don't know what's up with Yamaha brakes. We're going through the light. We're not going through the light. Okay. Yeah, brakes are adequate. Very smooth fueling. So it's a little bit of vibration transmitted through like the thighs, which is kind of weird. Inside the thighs and the pegs. Really good shock control. I'm surprised how nicely this thing rides. Really smooth. Very supple. Mirrors aren't bad actually. Better than my Ducati. They're quite usable. You got to do a little bit of the chicken wing thing. Not too much distortion in the mirror from the vibration. Handle's nice. Turns in real easy. Beautiful. Very smooth. Easy to turn in. Holds the line real well. Pretty cool paint schemes. Orange and black. Orange and black attack. Oh, the Tracer 900. This guy right here is having the best time of the day. Jesus. Let's see. I can move the mirrors out of the way. Why can't the friggin' Italians create like decent mirrors? These things work perfectly. So if you want a filter, you can just swivel your mirrors. Friggin' Ducati. You should just buy the friggin' mirrors from Yamaha or Honda. Okay. Oh yeah.